gentlemen, will you please welcome Jasper
The Royal Shakespeare Theatre, eh? I've always wanted to be a thespian, you know. Oh, I know all the old Shakespearean classics. I know them by heart, you know. A rose by any other name is still a rose. Death, where is thy sting? You can't get quicker than a quick fit fitter. Just they reckon, you know, they reckon that Shakespeare didn't write the plays. It was Francis Bacon. Have you read about it? Me English. Yeah, they reckon that Bacon wrote all the Shakespeare plays. It's good. Well, I don't know. I mean, if he did, this would be the Royal Bacon Theatre, wouldn't it? It'd be in Bacon country. Hamlet would be Danish bacon. Stratford. I haven't been here for ages. It's changed since the last time I was there. I can't believe all the Americans out there. It's like Vietnam. Don't they rip the tourists off here? God, I couldn't believe it. I thought, shall I buy an ice cream with a Cadbury's flake in or a villa in Marbella? But I'm staying in a fabulous hotel, and, well, of course, I can't tell you which one it is. You know? All the women come round afterwards and try and... But I'll give you a hint. It's called the Alveston Manor. Fabulous towels, great big fluffy fleecy towels. I can hardly close my suitcase. Somebody's trying to buy Birmingham City again. They must be off the topper, mustn't they? I mean, like, it's a secret. They won't say who it is. I reckon it's Sketchley's. The last bloke to try and buy him was Richard Branson. Yeah, I mean, no wonder he tried to kill himself in a balloon, but... He tried to buy Birmingham City, and part of the deal was, you know, get this, part of the deal was that the players ran round the pitch with Virgin written on the shirts. They've never scored in their lives, and they got Virgin. Mind you, it's the pits in the third division. I've got to admit that. I mean, it's taken us 102 years to get there, but we finally made it. I went to a game after Christmas, and I said to the bloke standing next to me at half-time, "Oi!" They had the cameras there. They had to fake a riot between the police and St John's ambulance men. And I've got to tell you this. They've got this new lottery ticket at Birmingham. It's called the Golden Goal, right? And you buy this ticket, it's about 25p, and you open it up, and there's a time in the ticket. And if the time is the same as the goal that Birmingham score first, you win 500 quid, right? So I bought this ticket, I opened it up, and it got October in it. I've thrown it away, there's no chances. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but the Villa are doing so well. Oh, I thought you might be in here. What about the Villa, eh? Up the Villa, Jasper. Yeah, right up the Villa. Villa! So it's two syllables, you know, Birmingham City. What bloody chance have they got of supporting it? else was I was doing loads of news a few months ago. I was doing all that Ken Dodd business. I was doing half an hour on Ken Dodd. Hey, what a lawyer he had. He could get Stevie Wonder a driving licence. He's got 2 new Diddy men, you know, Diddy Pay and Diddy L. Good old Doddy, eh? Good old dude. They're called Doddies in the business now, you know. Do you want some Doddies? Taken over from Pigots, you know. Ah, dear. I've just come back from Spain. Have you? Yes. I flew out from East Midlands Airport. Have you ever used East Midlands Airport? Isn't it quaint? It's a nice diddy airport, isn't it? It's the only runway I've seen with a cattle grid. They've got air traffic control. It's a bloke with a megaphone. Get out the bloody road! And I flew on this knackered airline. I can't tell you which one it is, obviously, but like, I walked across to get on the plane and the pilot was kicking the tyres. Said, yeah, should get us there. Hey. They're trying to jump lead it from a Vauxhall Viva, you know. I got on the plane, they took the steps away and the plane fell over. They had this air hostess with a sense of humour. It's unique, isn't it? I said, what time do we get in? She said, I don't know, we've never made it yet. We started off down the runway and I thought we're never going to bloody take off here. I looked out the window, we're on the M1. You know. Stopped up at the services for the Vimto and the wagon wheel, you know. I flew back into Birmingham, so... I mean, I tell you what, I mean, just airports themselves are like the Krypton factor. I mean, not only just flying, I mean, you've got to go through all these silly business things. Like, I mean, you've got to go through passport control. I mean, like, has anybody here got a passport photo that's anywhere near half human? What is it, whenever you have your passport photo taken, you always end up looking like a demented ferret. And the passport officers, I mean, they do it every single time I go through. They do it with everybody. They do it hundreds of times a day. They get your passport, they open it up to the photo, and they go... Then you've got to go and get your luggage off the carousel. That's an effort now. I mean, that's like Dunkirk, the carousels, isn't it? I mean, everybody's guarding their bit of space, aren't they? This is mine. Can I get me luggage? No, you can't get your luggage. No, it's mine. I own this. And have you ever tried to spot baggage handlers? You know where your luggage comes through that square hole with all the bits of flapping going on? You ever tried to spot a baggage handler? You never do. They're like the Yeti. They must exist. I mean, you've seen their footprints in your luggage. And so, but I've got to warn you about Birmingham Customs. They are red hot. They are red hot. Because, like, I tried to smuggle a watch in. Because I bought a watch in Spain off this beach salesman. Oh, he was brilliant. He was a brilliant salesman. He sold me this watch precisely at midday. Because there's only one damn hand on the thing. So I've got my trolley, like, and I'm going through customs, and it's a British way of life, isn't it? I mean, you can, no matter how many Brits are going through customs, they can all look in a different direction at the same time, you know? So I'm going through, and I've stuck this watch in my underpants. So I thought they'll never look there. So I'm going through, and it's got this alarm on it. I didn't know, it's the birdie song, right? So I'm going through customs and you can hear dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And I thought I got away with it, but this bloke recognised me and, "Hello, Jasper, how you going? Hey, you got the time on your cock?" How they can tell, I'll never know. I tell you. Hey. I was just round and about the town today. I saw loads of kids wearing flares. They're coming back, aren't they? Flares are coming back. I don't believe that. I mean, well, I can. I gave all mine away about 6 months ago, you know, I can believe. I gave them all to help the aged in Knoll. You can see all these old age pensioners wandering around the high street looking like the Bay City Rollers, you know. The police keep doing them for drugs and all they can find are Steradin tablets. There is this nostalgia going on for the 60s and 70s. It's been going on a while, isn't it? It's getting on my nerves. Because I lived through the decades. I know what a load of tosh they were, you know. Well, it's a fact. I mean, like, things always look good in hindsight. I mean, in the 60s, everybody was going like, "Poor, weren't the 40s great?" Oh, buzz bombs, death, rickets, wonderful. I've still got my Italian pinstripe suit, you know, from the 60s, you know, with a little tight bum freezer jacket and those incredibly tight drain pipe trousers. I've got ridiculously thin legs. I used to walk around like a two-pin plug, you know. With them big winkle pickers on each foot, you know, immense winkle pickers, like, and used to queue up outside the Locarno to get in. The queue was about a mile long, you know. There's only 4 of you in it, you know. You get all the smart asses coming up to you in the street, you know. Do your feet go all the way to the end of them shoes, sonny? No, constable. Does your head go all the way to the top of that helmet? Oh, how we laughed in the cells, eh? I remember that. Because it was the permissive age. That's what everybody's interested in, you know. I mean, it was like, you know, it was sex orgies and lovings. What were they like, Jasper? Hey. I saw sod all in Acock's Green, I tell you, I don't know about that. We're so naive in the 60s. If you went to a sex orgy, you wouldn't know what the hell to do. You know, you pop your zits and that'd be about your luck, wouldn't it? I mean, the pill came out in the 60s. Nobody had a clue what to do with it. I took it myself for 6 months. Then I found out you had to take it orally. I thought, oh, no. You try sticking one of them down your willy, it's no joke. It kept me celibate, I remember that. We were so naive, nobody knew anything about it, because sex was called it in the 60s. Are you getting enough of it? There was all these facts and figures, and you read about it in the papers, like 70% of women in the 60s preferred a night out in a restaurant to a session in bed. I know. I went out with every damn single one of them. The classical article of the 60s, but this woman claimed that women got more of a sexual thrill on the back of a motorbike than they did between the sheets. And so to get it on in the 60s, you had to get your girlfriend on the mattress and blast her with a hairdryer and hurl dead insects into her face. That didn't work either. I know. We're supposed to be into drugs as well, eh? Nobody had a clue. Nobody could tell the difference between marijuana or Marmite. Hadn't got a clue. Yeah, the times I went to a party and someone passed round a Woodbine, you know. Acapulco Gold, man. But you've got a filter tip. I mean, like... Oh, you couldn't let on you didn't know anything about it. Had to puff away. Oh, swear blind, the dog was melting, you know. Then you get gate crashed by the flower power people. Right bunch of bozos they were, weren't they? Big belt-tent caftans, bits of twig sticking out the rear, you know. Hey, man, I've got this fab spaced-out feeling in my head. It was bloody hay fever, that. They all carried a copy of the Sgt. Pepper album round with them. Hey, because if you played the Sgt. Pepper album backwards, there was a message from the devil. We'd be there, 40 of us, trying to get on a woodbine, listening to the Sgt. Pepper album going backwards, you know. The message comes at the end, it says, you've just knackered up your stylus. Hangman, slacken your noose. Hangman, slacken your noose. Hangman, slacken your noose, 'cause I can't... A bit sick, aren't you? Oh, good. Oh, right. Any good Chinese restaurants in Stratford? No. Okay, fine. Next. So, I'm into Chinese food a bit. You into Chinese food? Yeah. Yeah. Well, sort of. I don't know, really. Are you? Well, I don't know. Go on, you answer him. I'm not answering him now. Go on, you like Chinese food, or you did? Well, I don't know. Go on. No, I'm not saying anything. I'm from Warwick. I'm not saying anything. Anybody from Warwick? Super place. Sorry. No, I'm really into Chinese food. Just this, see if you associate with this. Whenever you go into a Chinese restaurant, right, you're always mob-handed for a start, and there's always like about 12 of you going, yeah, rah, rah, rah. You hardly ever go in singles or pairs. It's always 12, yeah, rah, 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 rah. And you sit down, right, and the waiter comes up, right, and Chinese waiters are always in a hurry, you know. What do you want? Well, I'd like a menu. Oh, bloody menu. And you've got to order straight away, haven't you? I mean, like, they don't walk away and leave you to order. They stand and they hover, don't you? What do you want? I don't know. Anything. Just order anything. 12 of anything. Get him away. And you daren't ask them anything. They're so crotchety, aren't they? Excuse me. Go on, ask him about the special. This special fried rice, is there any chicken in that? Oh, chicken, yeah. Is there any prawn? Prawn, yeah. Prawn, chicken, yeah. Is there any water jet? Water jet, no, yeah. Is there any cement in this? Cement, yeah. So he takes the order, and then he walks away from the table. Now, the very second that he walks away from the table, guaranteed one of your clowns will impersonate a Chinese waiter. As soon as he walks away, as if he's bloody deaf. He gets it every night of his life. He's fed up to the teeth with it. What do you think he does? He walks straight into the kitchen, piddles in the soup. It's your own fault. Dear. Actually, I'm off to Hong Kong later in the year, and there are thousands of Chinese restaurants there. Oh, you've got to give it to them. They don't miss a trick, do they? And it's the second time I'm going. The first time I went, I had a remarkable meal. And because Hong Kong is a remarkable place, there's no two ways about that. It's one of the most crowded places I have ever seen. I mean, you can imagine Oxford Street in London on Christmas Eve. That's Hong Kong, 3 a.m. Sunday morning. No matter what time of day, you just bump into people. Oh, you can't help. Beg your pardon. Sorry, I'm sorry. Did I tread on you? I don't think you tread on me. An hour of that, you think, stuff this, you know. You buy an umbrella and sharpen the end, you know, like, out the bloody road. Come on. And when I got there, I was doing a couple of shows, you see, and the promoter was an English fella. And he said to me, is there anything you'd like, in particular, while you're in Hong Kong? Anything we can do for you? And I said, yes, there is, yes. I said, I'm really into Chinese food. I said, I would love an ethnic Chinese meal in an ethnic Chinese restaurant, you know, like the Chinese have. None of this Europeanised gunk we get, but like an ethnic Chinese meal. And he went, that's easy. He said, there's hundreds of them. He said, we'll go tomorrow night. He said, we'll go down to the Kennedy Town area. There's a couple of good ones there. We'll use one of them. I said, great. So the next night came along, and he got me a car to drive in Hong Kong, a hire car, which is easier said than done, I tell you. I mean, it's survival of the fittest in Hong Kong. I mean, there's two speeds, 100 mile an hour and stop. That is it. It's the land of the headless car driver, because every car you see, all you can see is a pair of hands on the steering wheel. And they've got traffic lights, but they just change colour. That's all they do. Nobody takes a blind bit of notice of the damn things, you know, which is really scary when you don't know that, you know, because, like, I got to Hong Kong and I had to get to my hotel from the airport, so I took a taxi, and I didn't know anything about driving in Hong Kong, and I sat in the back of this taxi and he started up. I thought, blimey, he's going a bit here, eh? This wouldn't take long, eh? He's leaving this red light a bit late. And you know when you want to say something, but you can't because it gets stuck here with fear. There's a red light! Stop! There's a red light! Just got the red light! He just sat there going, He's obviously been a waiter in this country getting his own back, you know. So I've got to drive in this. And the geezer that's got in the car, he said, when you drive in Hong Kong, he said, don't think, do it. He said, you haven't got time to think. You live on your instinct here. So I said, oh, right. What he didn't tell me is that if somebody indicates in Hong Kong, it's a con. Because, like, I'm driving in this line of traffic, and they drive the same side of the road as us, and it's a two-way traffic, right? And we're belting along, and I'm right up to the bloke in front. I mean, I'm right up to him, bumper to bumper. I mean, you daren't leave a gap in Hong Kong, 9, 12 inches, something gets in. You know, a rickshaw, you know. So we're belting along, and suddenly the bloke in front of me starts to indicate to turn left. So I'm thinking, quick, I've got to get round him and into the space he's going to leave when he turns left before everybody behind me gets there before me. So I started to overtake him. Good idea, huh? No. Because he's not turning left. He is turning right. And the only way he can stop the oncoming traffic to turn right is to put someone on that side of the road. Smell it, I was sitting in it. So, survived that one. And we get down to the Kennedy Town area of Hong Kong, and it's a very ethnic part of the community, you know, and it's very rough and very ready, but I mean, it's perfectly safe, very nice people. And we're the only Europeans there, and there's 4 of us for this meal. There's me, there's this promoter, there's my manager, and the support act. Actually, you might even remember him, a bloke called Joe Dolce. Yeah, okay. And, well, he had a worldwide hit ages ago. What's the matter, you? Yeah, got no respect. Yeah, it's the right load of crap. Anyway, he'd sing. So I'm getting just a touch uneasy, and I said to the guy, where's the restaurant? He went, hang on. And we turned this corner, and he went, here it is. And I couldn't believe my eyes. This restaurant was in the gutter. They were cooking food in the gutter. There's about 4 or 5 of these restaurants in this closed-off street cooking food in the gutter. There was these hundreds of baskets of live chickens and ducks and animals and great big rats like rabbits scurrying round everywhere. I could feel the plague coming on. Oh, is this where we're eating? He went, yeah, it's ethnic. Oh, good. So the owner of the restaurant comes bounding over, and he knows this English fella, you see, and this English fella speaks Chinese. Well, when I say that, he speaks one word, which is wiki. And it gets him absolutely everywhere. It's remarkable. He went, oh, wiki, 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 wiki. Oh, da, wiki, 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 wiki. Wiki, 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 wiki. Oh, da, wiki, 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 wiki. Wiki, wiki, wiki. This is Jasper Carrot. This is his manager. This is Joe Dolce. Oh, Joe Dolce. Oh, what the matter, you? Yeah, what the matter? Oh, I don't believe this, you know. Anyway, he's very proud of his restaurant. You know, it's got a bit of tarpaulin and a light bulb dangling down. And, and he takes us over to this table. This round table with these stools, you see, and we sit down there, and he brings some chopsticks up. I'm about to pick him up, and the bloke said, don't touch him. He says, don't touch him. It's all right, stoop, stoop, stoop. And he got this boiling hot water, and he sterilised the chopsticks in the water, saying, you can't be too careful. Well, I'm really looking forward to this, you can imagine, you see. So then Wiki starts to bring the food up, and there's all this mangled cabbage and stuff, you know, that you can choose from. And then he brought the meat, right? 4 trays of raw meat. I didn't recognise any of it. It was like a road accident. I hadn't got a clue. I'll just have some boiled cabbage, thank you. That'll do. The bloke said, come on, you're only here once, it's all right. It's all right. I said, have some chicken, you can recognise that. I said, all right, I'll have some chicken, please, some chicken. I said, oh, have you got any fish? Wiki? Wiki, wiki, oh, wiki, wiki. And he dragged me over to this tank of live fish. And he wants me to choose a fish to eat. I don't want to choose a fish to eat. I don't mind when it's dead and it's filleted and the head's missing, but I don't want it waving at me first, you know? Anyway, it was this fish that looked like Bernard Manning, so I said, I'll have him. So Wiki gets his net out and he starts chasing Bernard round the tank. You know? I mean, Bernard knows what's coming. He's off, you know. Starts hiding under this big rock, you know. And the rest of the fish are safe, so they're watching with interest, you know. Psst, he's under the rock. He's under the rock. So Bernard gets into this net, and Wiki flicks him out, and he lands in the gutter, and he bops him on the head with a mallet and sticks 2 spokes in him and pops him into a furnace. Oh, I'm sorry, Bernard, I didn't know they were going to do that. And I felt really guilty. Well, you would, wouldn't you? You know, like, and they bought the boiled cabbage and I ate that, and then they bought Bernard. I couldn't look him in the eye. The other one had fallen out. Oh, God knows where it was. And then they bought the chicken, right? And it looks like chicken, and it tastes like chicken. And to be fair, it is, and it's pretty good, right? And 3 of us have ordered chicken, right? And Joe's ordered battered wiki. And God knows what that was. It sweetens out aardvark or something. I ain't got a clue. And this chicken is pretty good, I've got to say that, you know. And after about 10 minutes or so, we've all got big mouthfuls of chicken, a couple of glasses of sake, and we're well away. And I thought, well, I might have been a bit premature here. This is all right. When, out of the corner of my eye, I saw this Chinaman go across to this big basket of live chickens. And I knew something was going to happen. Because all the fish had gone to the bottom end of the tank and were watching. You know. Now, we've all got mouthfuls of chicken, remember? Like, and he gets this chicken out the basket, and in full view of everybody, wrings its neck. You know. He keeps getting these chickens. Well, when one starts, everybody starts. The table was a right mess, you can imagine, eh? Oh, yeah, you couldn't tell what you'd eaten or what you were going to eat. You had no chance. And then he gets this one chicken without a word of it. He goes, throws the chicken aside, but hasn't killed the chicken. It's just ripped this chicken's neck. This chicken can't believe it. It's alive. It's free. It's off down the road. The fish go bananas. Oh, the bloody chicken's escaping. What's the matter with it? And the Chinese are there with mallets and knives chasing this chicken down the road, and chicken... And it's under cars and it's over lorries and there's tarpaulin and feathers and mayhem going on. The chicken gives them the slip, runs all the way back up the road, straight under our table. And the Chinese surround the table. They're trying to get this chicken out. We're trying to protect it, and I couldn't believe it. This Chinaman gets this one big bag of corn, starts throwing corn to the chicken to entice it out, as if the chicken could eat corn with a ripped neck. It's had a bloody good go. It had got no chance because the rats came from everywhere and started gobbling up all the corn. I'm into the Ruth stage by this time. There's nothing left, you know. Ruth! 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 Ruth, there's nothing left to come out except the boiled cabbage. Here comes the boiled cabbage! So I'm looking forward to going back in July, you see. I've never felt so ill in all my life. The next night, we must have been mental. The next night, we went to an Indian restaurant in Hong Kong. We must have been off our tops. We were feeling homesick. That's basically why we went. It's like your staple diet now, isn't it, curries, you know? Anyway, cut a long story short, I ordered this curry. They brought it. It frightened me. It's like blah, 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 blah. I thought there was blooming triffids in here, you know. I put my spoon in and it didn't come out. And I ate it. They knew where to find me the next day. I'm just wild about acne. Acne grows wild about me. I'm just covered in gurgling zits. As far as the eye can see, they call me mellow yellow. I'm glad you like music. Thanks. I did that one on the BBC once, you know. The complaints, you know. Does he have to play the guitar like that? Dear. Everybody complains when you do TV, you know. It's like a national pastime. It's getting awkward as well. Well, I think so. It's getting a bit sort of, I don't know, sinister. Do you know I was sued 18 months ago by an MP for something I said about him on television? Denzel Davis. He sued me and won. Bastard. You want to know what I said now, don't you? Yeah. Thanks a lot, so he can sue me again. Can you cut the cameras off now? Thank you, Keith. I intimated he was at the House of Commons. Slightly the worst for drink. Legless as a fart is what I actually said. You don't do that with MPs, do you? Totally untrue, of course. Look, you did it. I had my first complaint from Mary Whitehouse a while ago. Hey, that's like getting your medals in comedy, isn't it? Yeah, and well, I'll tell you what, it was really strange because, like, I've done a few things on TV she could have a go at, but this was so innocuous. I was just talking about the royal family and how the French are besotted with our royal family. You must know. I mean, every magazine, every paper, there's some stupid headline. You know, the Queen Mother's pregnant again. Prince Philip was once a drummer in Meatloaf. Everybody complains. Sun readers complain. All the time, mate. They'd write in if they could. 5 million readers with a combined IQ of 8. You can't get to... Any sun readers in? You can always tell sun readers they've got hunched shoulders and flat heads. That's right, because whenever you tell them a joke, they go, hey. When you explain it, they go, oh, yeah. My favourite is the sun reader who took up sheep farming but failed because he planted the sheep too close together. It is a rag of a paper. I mean, I can't believe people buy it. I mean, you can't even use it for bog paper, can you? Well, you can't. You wipe more on than you take off. I like your morals, thank you. Why do sun readers have black willies? Because the print comes off on their hands. I'm sorry. There's a bloke on the front row looking. I'm going to get my head punched in one of these days, you know. Dangerous business comedy, you know. You're always in trouble. No matter what you do, you can never stay out of it. The worst thing I ever did on television. Go on, I'll tell you, you've got a sense of humour, doesn't matter. They can cut it out afterwards. Well, I used to do these live Saturday shows for the Beeb, you know, and I started the one off by going, well, this week we're going to have a go at deaf people. We think it's about time deaf people took a bit of stick. We had thousands of letters. God knows who told them. Thousands. Oh, dear. I don't know. In trouble again. We had a complaint from Doris Stokes. She thought I said dead people. Yeah. I tried to explain, it's no good, you know. It's, I don't know. She was a lovely old girl, Doris, you know. Met her a couple of times. I thought she made fortune. She had a great scam going. I mean, she'd come here, you know, like in, well, I don't know, 1,500 people and go, is there anybody here called John? Yes, my name's John. How does she do it? I don't know, it's a miracle, it's unbelievable. There's another one then, Doris Collins. You've got to be called Doris to be a medium, haven't you? Doris Nostradamus. I wonder if it was possible. No, I don't suppose so. It's a grey area, isn't it? I mean, you can never prove it one way or another. It's just like, I don't know, you either take it or you don't. I mean, personally, I can't. You know, I mean, horoscopes, all that sort of business. I mean, it doesn't work mathematically for me, that. I mean, in this country alone, there's 60-odd million people and just 12 signs to cover everybody. It's a bit iffy, isn't it? I mean, you read your daily horoscope, be careful in dealings with a loved one or a mishap may occur, and 4.5 million Sagittarians dash out and buy a condom. I'll leave Russell Grant to it, thank you. Astrologers are strange people, odd people, aren't they? I mean, Russell Grant, people like that, you know. And you meet them at parties. You ever come across them at parties? Aren't they a pain? Hello? Excuse me, hello? What sign are you? Oh, shit, no. Humpback Bridge. Slippery when wet. That's a good one. That gets it. I was lucky. I was born in March. I can always say Piskies. Oh, no, I think you'll find that's pronounced Pisces. No, it's Pisces, as in off. I think about these things in bed, you know. I'm an insomniac. Any insomniacs in? Any insomniacs? It's a strange affliction. I mean, I've had insomnia for years. God knows what causes it. I lie awake for hours wondering about that, you know? Insomnia is a solo affliction, right? You must have had insomnia at some stage in your life, right? When you think about this, like, whenever you've had insomnia, no matter how many people are in bed with you at the same time... Oh, you into that? Oh. Alveston Manor. Okay. No. Yeah. Only one person can have insomnia at the one time in bed. I mean, you just think about it. Whenever you've been bright, wide awake, 4 a.m. in the morning, guaranteed your partner is rock solid out. Isn't that infuriating when you can't get to sleep and they are zedding away? Eh? Shut up! They go through the same damn ritual every single night. They always start off by fly catching. Yeah. Shut up! Then they go through that period when they only ever breathe in. Breathe out, for Christ's sake! They start sucking all the air out of the room. I can't breathe! I'm suffocating! I'm dying! Breathe out! I'm dying! And then you go... Then they start that silly laughing business, yeah. Oh, stop it, Malcolm. Who's Malcolm? Who's Malcolm? The bread's in the middle of the road. People talk absolute gobbledygook when they're asleep. What do you mean the bread? What's the meaning? The bicycle's shining on my knees. Nothing wakes them, does it? Until you are asleep. Oh, yes, then they hear a mouse in the garden move a pebble. What's that noise? What's that noise? What's that noise? It's burglars, wake up! What's that noise? What's that noise? What's that noise? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? I've tried everything to cure insomnia. I bought a waterbed, left me electric blanket on the first night. I woke up poached. I thought, this is brilliant. One of the main problems with insomnia is what do you do with your hands in bed? These are blooming awkward things, these. I mean, are they under the sheets, on top of the sheets, outside here, under here, on top of it? Anyway, to save me eyesight, what I did... You are insomniacs, you see. What it is, I cut 2 holes in the bed so I could lie my stomach and put my arms. It's all right till you turn over in the middle of the night. You've got a ruddy great bed on top of it. But But the main problem with insomnia is that you have all this time to think. You just have oodles and oodles of hours of time just to sit there and think about anything and everything. I mean, the meaning of life and the end of the universe, easy peasy to an insomniac. Oh, I sorted them out years ago, you know. I'm onto obscure tangents now, you know, like if you unscrew your navel, will your bum fall off? And all those imponderable questions of life, like, why do women pluck their eyebrows? That's kept me going for years, that. I could never figure it out. You stand in front of a mirror with a great big pair of tweezers, yanking out every single hair with incredible amounts of pain, and when you finish, you get this big black crayon and you fill the damn things back in again. And why do you wear tights? Why do women wear tights? Have you seen what it does to a bank raider's face? Very odd, very odd. And men can be as odd. Men are as strange. It's no women's prerogative by any means. I mean, all those construction workers, they're odd. All those builders and plasterers, you know, they all wear those special trousers. Yeah, you know which ones I'm on about, eh? They show 3 inches of bum cleavage. I mean, the plumber comes round to do the sink, bends over to do it, 3 inches of bum cleavage, staring at you. And you've got to look at it, haven't you? You've got to look at it. It's like a moth to a light bulb. I've got to stare at this bum cleavage. Mary, come and have a look. It's unbelievable. I heard a good question on Radio 4 a while ago for insomniacs. It was this professor, and he said, if a tree falls over in a forest and there's no one there, does it make a sound? And I thought, what a prat. I can think of better questions than that, you know. Why do dogs lick their balls? Because they can. Come on, there's not a bloke in the room that hasn't given it a try. Come on. The secret is to give the dog a bone first, and he lets you. It's simple. See, you have to come to a comedian for this sort of information, you see. Don't teach you this in school, do they? Well, I hope not, anyway. Because I've got a couple of kids now, you know, and education's an interesting subject. Because it's interesting looking at it from both sides, you know, from pupil and from parent, and it's like nothing's changed. Everybody thinks it's better or worse or whatever. Nothing's changed. It's exactly the same as when we went. Because, like, the emphasis is still on the 3 R's. You know, we had to learn the 3 R's. Well, you've got to cram the 3 R's down your kid's throat still. You know, he's got to learn his reading, or writing, and arithmetic. No wonder all doolally by the time we're 8, you know. Then they tell you that Nat starts with a G, Knickers starts with a K. There's no F in physics because there's a shortage of science teachers. Nothing's changed, you see, nothing's changed. It's just that education's like everything else, you know. It gets affected by fashions and fads and so. I mean, the latest fad in education is to eradicate elitism in schools, which is all very noble, yes, I know, but it's the old problem about theory and practice. You know, I mean, where my kids go to school, you see, you can't have Group 1 and Group 2 in the class anymore, because Group 2 will feel inferior to Group 1. So they call them Red Group and Blue Group. And this has solved the problem. Oh, somehow. There's the teacher going, right, Red Group, write me a thesis on Einstein's theory of relativity in correlation to present-day advancement in quantum mechanics. And Blue Group, play with your jelly molds. Well, you work it out, I can't. I was a jelly molds kid, me, you know. I don't know. I was useless at school. I mean, just academically hopeless, you know. Like, and even my hands, you know. Normally, you're either good with your hands or good with your brain. Now I couldn't make it on either count. I mean, like, I was 6 years in carpentry, 6 years, and I built one miserable stool with 5 legs. You know. After the 4th year, the master said, "Oh, go and put another leg on it, carrot, will you?" Like, at least it might stand up then, you know. In 6 years, I used so much wood, you could have built the entire cast of Neighbours, you know. I was much better at metalwork. I was 4 years in metalwork, and in 4 years, I built a butter dish that was slightly bigger than a deep freeze. And this remarkable keyring that took the metalwork master and 4 sixth formers to carry out to the tip. I was all right at sport. I did a bit of sport. Hey, do you know they still have the sack race in British schools? Isn't that unbelievable? I mean, it's nearly the 21st century and we've still got the sack race going for us. I mean, there's Eastern Europe teaching their 6- and 7-year-olds to be gold medal winners at the Olympics, and what are we teaching our kids to be? Vegetables. My kid does the same as me. He copies his mum's handwriting for excuse notes for sports, you know. Hey, did you ever used to do that? Yeah, I did it once. I was brilliant. I copied my mum's handwriting. It was brilliant. I gave the letter to the teacher and he read it and it said, "Dear Mr. Cartwright, Jasper cannot do cross-country today because he's just had a vasectomy." Painful, is it, Carrot? Yes, sir, I can hardly breathe. The best one was the kid in front of me. He used the same excuse as his sister. "Why can't you go swimming, Bevan? Time of the month, sir." They beat the hell out of him, you know. But education works, you know. I mean, it always will, I suppose. My kids are brilliant, you know. All children today are brilliant. Have you seen children with computers? It is astounding. I mean, I can't handle computers. The telephone's about my limit, you know. But like, I've got a 10-year-old kid. He's got this computer and he wangs away on it, you know, and it's lights flashing. There you are, Father, a complete breakdown of why my pocket money should be increased in line with unit-linked bonds. Very good, very good. Don't smart-ass me, kid, you know. But life's a misery at the moment, because, like, the kids have discovered the Space Invader machine in the loft. You know, the Atari Space Invader machine, and they keep wanting me to play Space Invaders, and I can't play the damn game. Useless at it. It's taken me 15 years to master the tennis game. You know? No. Beep! Beep! Beep, beep! What the bloody hell was that? I took it back to the shop. I said, "There's something wrong with this." "Come and play a Space Invaders, Dad." Hey, what? "Come and play a Space Invaders." "I can't. I'm doing the garden." "Oh, come and play a Space Invaders." "No, your mum would." "You won't play a Space Invaders because we can beat you. That's why it is, isn't it? We can beat Dad, we can beat. All right, I'll play a Space Invaders. I'll beat you, you brassy, for the last thing I do. Hooray! Dad's going to play Space Invaders. And they go and get all the mates from the street to come in, you know. Oh, they know a good thing when they hear one, don't they? Eh? Mr. Carrot's playing Space Invaders. Any tickets left? No, they're all sold. They pack them in, you know. "We'll go first, Dad." "Yeah, okay. They're on for a blooming hour, aren't they? 8.5 million, Dad, you'll go. Well, you got to keep it moving. Hey, you got to keep it moving. It's coming down on the left, moving to the right. Hey, Look, if you shut up, I could play this damn game. OK, but you've only got one life. Oh, no, I've only got one life left. You got 4 points, Dad. I know I got 4 points. Well, it was 3 more than yesterday. Shut up! Well played. All the kids in our street walk round like this, you know. You've been playing Mr. Carrot, Space Invaders. What happened to you? I let him win. Isn't it stupid a grown man can't play Space Invaders? I'm determined to beat him, you know. I thought, what I'll do is I'll practice. See, but I thought, well, I won't let him see me, because, like, well, so I went to one of those amusement arcades to practice. Like, and we've got one in Birmingham, and it's, well, it's not exactly a Christian Science reading room, you know. Like the commissionaire's always like Cyclops, you know. Anyway, I found this super hyper Space Invader machine in there, and I thought, I'll teach these kids, you know. And I got a big bag of coins, and I got a 20p piece out, and I put it in the machine, and this machine started to rumble, you know. And this spaceship came in, and it split into two, and all these things started coming out of it. These alien craft started coming in from the top. And I'm waiting to play, and suddenly this sign comes up with game over on it. I thought there must be something wrong with this. I started to give it a good kicking, you know. Cyclops came over. Tried to force my head down the coin slot. Someone's nicked me harmonica. Unforgettable. I just called to say you really are sick out there, aren't you? I tell you what is sick, travelling around the country. Every single restaurant I go into these days, there's a tub of toothpicks on the table. What a revolting habit that is. Where the hell did we pick that up from, eh? And these steak bars are the worst. I'm fed up of going into a Bernie and eating my T-bone steak, watching someone who's just eaten his trying to get half of it back out onto the plate. It's not toothpicks, it's dental floss. Something's happening to our restaurants. It's going down the pan. I mean, fast food was all, but instant food. Why do we have to have instant food? I want my food now. Cram it down, I can't wait. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's like reconstituted hush puppy, isn't it? And doner kebab. What meat is that? It's like a bloody great elephant's leg in the window, isn't it? matter how much meat you cut off, you go back next day and it's grown, it's destroying our traditions. That's why I don't know what it's like around here. There's hardly a fish and chip shop left in Birmingham now. You go into a fish and chip shop, you hang about for about 2 seconds, you're like, come on, what are you doing? Cooking the food? It's in all walks of life, isn't it? I mean, life is such a pace these days, and like, I mean, everybody's got to get there yesterday, and like the way people drive, they have no patience whatsoever. Beep, 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 beep! Come on! You can get a tank through that gap! Beep, 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 beep! Oh, don't bother to indicate, pal, I'm clairvoyant! Beep, 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 beep. Where's your white stick, pal? Where's your white stick? Strap your Labrador dog to the roof. He'll tell you what's coming. It's lethal out on the road. It's lethal. The latest curse is boy racers. Hey, someone out there is breeding boy racers. Come on, own up, do something. Have a vasectomy. Let's I don't know, just do something. They've been to see, blurred adverts going by at 300 mile an hour at Silverstone, so they've got to do the same. So what do? They come home and they buy a Ford Anglia. Paint red stripes up the side. Get rid of the steering wheel and replace it with a leather-bound shirt button. They get rid of the front wheels and put 2 pram wheels on, get rid of the back wheels, put 2 tractor wheels on, and they drive it like this. First time they brake, smash the face to pieces, I don't know. They seem to think by having some 5,000 brake horsepower twin carburettor Mustang gives them a great sexual technique. What it actually means is they're dickheads. Prized bloody dickheads, aren't they? It's what they drive like they make love, Ram the key in the ignition, rev it on, shoot off at 200 mile an hour, run out of petrol before the woman's done a seatbelt up. And there's some dickhead cars on the road, aren't there? I mean, come on, I can't believe what people buy these days. When all the slick stuff you can buy. Do you know people still buy that French thing? That 2CV? Like an upturned corrugated pram on wheels. Only the French could design a car like that and sell it to us. Who buys them? I tell you who buys them. 2CVs. That's... vegetarians. That's who buy 2CVs. Vegetarians. Every time you see a 2CV, there's about 90 vegetarians in the damn thing. Munching lentil burgers and God knows what. Shoving muesli down the gobs like there's no tomorrow. Damn stuff that is. It's like designer vomit, isn't it? And why do they buy 2CVs? Because it doesn't go fast enough to kill anything. If it hit anything head on like a moth, the car would be a complete write-off, wouldn't it? They remind me of bubble cars in the 60s. I mean, it's the same mentality. You had to be a dickhead to buy one of them. Do you remember bubble cars? They had no reverse gear, and you got out of them by opening the entire front of the car. The amount of bubble car owners that drove home into the garages right up to the front wall. More bubble car owners died in the garages than out on the road, Then there's the Reliant Robin three-wheeler. Yeah! Anything the French can do, we can do better, that's right. Do you know, I found out the other day they actually make Reliant Robin three-wheelers brand new. The ambition of every Reliant Robin owner is to get a speeding ticket. Prove that you can go that fast, That's why they're always looking for speed traps at the bottom of steep hills, so they can get some speed. You can see them trying to slipstream a moped, There's always a tailback of milk floats trying to get by, And to impress the copper on duty, as they pass him at the bottom of the hill, they wind the window down. And as they go by, they go, round! The copper just watches them, you know. I've got the number, Sarge. The chassis number. Wonderful. This leads sneakily onto this one. You're going to groan when I announce this one now. You watch. This is a hobby of mine. And actually, I just realised that this year is the 21st anniversary of this hobby. For 21 years, I have been collecting motor insurance claim form statements. I think I knew you'd moan, oh, bloody hell. I'd rather live in Warwick than listen to this. I found some more in Australia. That's what I'm actually getting around to. Okay. Very quickly, for those of you who haven't the faintest idea what's going on here, if you drive round in your cars and on bikes, you have accidents. And when you have an accident, your insurance company sends you a claim form, and it's a pretty standard claim form, and lots of stupid questions, you know, like, what's your name and where do you live? They've posted you the damn form, surely they know this. And on the back is a big empty space, and it says at the top, give in your own words a description of how the accident occurred. This is where you get your chance to write your version down, right? Probably totally different from everybody else's. What I'll do first is I'll do some British ones to give you the idea of how they go, okay? People ask me whether I've made these up myself, and honestly, I haven't. These are genuinely what people have written on their claim forms when they've had an accident and sent into these insurance offices around the British Isles. Things like, leaving home for work, I drove out of my drive straight into a bus. The bus was 5 minutes early. I bumped into a lamppost which was obscured by human beings. Coming home, I drove into the wrong house and collided with a tree I haven't got. The accident was caused by me waving to the man I hit last week. I knocked over a man. He admitted it was his fault, had he been knocked over before. Now, I've got hundreds of those. And then I was in Australia, and I was in Melbourne, and I was reading the local paper, the Melbourne Age, and there was this article in the paper, and much to my amazement and sheer delight, I realised that they do exactly the same things in Australia as we do. Only much better. These are genuine Australian motor insurance claim form statements. The pedestrian had no idea which direction to run, so I ran over him. The bloke was all over the road. I had to swerve a number of times before I hit him. I told the police I was not injured, but on removing my hat, I found I had a fractured skull. I had been driving for 40 years when I fell asleep at the wheel. And I'll leave you tonight, if I may, with my all-time favourite. I saw a slow-moving, sad-faced old gentleman as he bounced off the bonnet of my car. Thank you, Stratford. Good night.